people need to be educated that the most important thing is to increase income, not manage money. You can't go up by going down. If you're going to do well on this planet, you need to be with people. How do you dress? How do you walk? How do you talk? How do you act? What do you say to people? Your brand is your baby, right? Protect it. The experiences of life are more valuable than just something that comes out of a book. I think most people are not authentic. They're not who they are. So men need to like bone up. The women need to do the same thing, by the way. What I did was I built a life. And in the life are the businesses. It just blows out the edges. Unfortunately, you know, for me to get what I want, I need to do things that are uncomfortable. But I get to experience life when it's uncomfortable. Nobody has ever existed on this planet and done something successful by themselves. I don't do businesses that don't serve my life. So we use money to create the life we want. Maybe it's one of those golden rules about help people, you know. The more you give, the more you get. Like I know what my persona is now, right? I've done it enough. I'm not trying to be somebody. No one even knows me on this planet. Yet.
I feel the biggest pain when I see people who cannot find their place under the sun. Unmotivated, sad, and desperate people. Business owners, entrepreneurs, suffering from burnout, stress, and boredom, and no time for their family. My biggest goal is to help them realize that this world provides enough opportunities for everybody. I managed to help thousands of people, but I strongly believe that we can do so much more if we unite our knowledge and skills. And this is the reason I started doing interviews with the best visionaries and world changers. Their inspiring personal and success stories are a proof that everything is possible. All you have to do is listen and learn. Together, we can change our lives and the future of this world. Hello, welcome to my family, welcome to the Warrior family. Today I have a special guest. He came all the way from United States and he is not alone here. Mr. Grant Cardone, he is the massively successful entrepreneur, #1 sales trainer in the world. According to Forbes, he is #1 influencer in the world. He wrote 10 books. One of the best one is Be Obsessed or Be Average. He is a great husband, according to Elena, and father of 2 daughters, Sabrina and Scarlett. And we have here, who?
Sabrina.
Sabrina, hello Sabrina.
You want to introduce yourself?
My name is Sabrina.
My name is Smillion.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to my podcast and interview.
Thank you.
What do you like about your dad the most?
That he throws me in the pool.
That he throws you in the pool?
Yeah.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
You like
How about when I scream at Harry down the street?
No, that embarrassed me.
It did, huh?
Yeah, I fell on the floor in the car.
So do you like
And
to
by
play?
fell, I mean, I went on the floor.
Tell him what it's like living with me.
It's really fun.
It is? Yeah? He's fun?
Yes, he's
He's a
fun.
great dad?
He's a great dad.
What makes a great dad?
Yeah.
What makes a great dad?
Yeah, what makes a great dad? Everybody wants to know this.
A dad that spends a lot of time with you and has fun with you and plays with you
That spends a lot of time with you?
and watches movies with you.
This is good formula.
Okay, good. Get out of here.
Wow.
See you later.
So
Thank
great.
you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, she started amazing. So really, what makes a great dad? You know, I have this feeling that I'm
Yeah.
not good enough father.
Yeah.
I have a daughter, she's 7 years old, she's going to be 8, and son, he's going to be 7, and I have this feeling that I'm not good enough father, you know. I didn't have a role model in my childhood.
Yeah.
You didn't have either, you know.
Yeah, my dad died when I was 10, so it's hard to be a great father when you're not alive. And You know, I think the thing for me is, for me to be a great father, I just need to be honest with them. I need to be alive. Alive, not alive, just, you know, I need to be alive. Like, I need to take care of myself. I need to be here. I need to be available. I need to have fun with them. They know everything. Kids know everything, you know. They can pick up everything in the environment. So I need to be honest with them and have a transparent life. My kids see everything. They see what we're going through. They see what we do and who we are. And they also, for me to be a great father to them, I think they need to see how I'm living my life, you know, and my business is part of my life. And
so you're not hiding anything.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not spending energy on pushing something out here, you know, like, okay, you guys can't see that. I mean, they don't see every single thing, but we're not spending a lot of time and energy on hiding on secrets.
She started with something that I was shocked for a while, because if I look back for 6-7 years, when I got my daughter after 10 years of struggling to having a baby, I promised to myself that I will have enough time for her. And then when I look back, I didn't make enough time. She started with what makes a good father, you know, that he spends a lot of time with me. So how much time you spend with your daughters? Because you are busy, you are running around, you have so many businesses, you know. And she said that you're spending enough time with her.
She told me the other day, she's like, Papa, we need to spend more time together. But she loves the time, right? So I have people constantly ask me, hey, how do you make time for the kids? And I said, I don't worry about it. Like, what I did was I built a life. And in the life are the businesses. I don't build a business and then have my life work around it. So basically, we, you know, over the last, particularly the last 8 or 10 years, I built my life. I really focused on my life. Elena was part of my life. The kids, we added to the life, right? So the kids know that there's a business. Like, we bring them with us. Our decisions, the way we spend money. The jet I bought that jet. I didn't buy it to show off. You don't buy a jet to show off. You take a picture of yourself on a jet to show off. You know, you don't spend money. You do that because you want to bring your family with you. So like, we're gonna wrap the planet. We're gonna literally travel to each country and make friends around the world and do business around the world. The purpose of the jet was so I could bring those kids with me. We'll have a nanny so we can homeschool them so they can spend time with us. So we use money to create the life we want, as opposed to get money to live a life. You know, so we're creating the life. How do we want our life to be? And that's why she feels like she spends a lot of time with me.
Wow. So you don't believe in this concept about balancing business and life?
I've never. All the people that talk about it don't have the very thing they're trying to get.
Probably, So you're constantly balancing something. You're under stress. Then I think so.
Totally. So if you just, like, what I do is I just push into everything. Right? I push into everything as hard as I can. And again, the goal is life. It's not the business. It's my life, right? Business is part of my life. So having fun is part of my life. My spiritual part is part of my life. So I'm going to push everything into that thing that I'm working on. The 10X thing was about, I'm pushing, like, if it's in the business, I'm going to push as hard as I can on that. And my kids are with me. My wife's with me. They're with me. So they're having the experience of this push. Then we turn around, we push over here. Oh, we want to help charities out. And we push 10X into that direction. Well, it just blows out the edges of the life, right? So that we get to have a bigger experience, as opposed to, okay, now I need to put this here and manage this part right now. Which means when I'm doing this, when I'm finding time just for my kids, I'm abandoning all these other things, and my life gets smaller.
Interesting. So you mentioned that you are homeschooling your kids.
Well, we're working on the transition.
So do you believe in the traditional school system? Because for me, it's like a waste of time. I'm struggling with this idea to send my kids to the traditional school or not. You know, do you have any other ideas or plans for kids?
Basically, the traditional school system is because parents are lazy. We're lazy. It's a place to send them so that we don't have to be with them. I mean, if everybody just got honest, it's okay. Go to school, It's good for the government. They like all the money. It produces a tremendous amount of money that gets to go to that so they can do whatever they do with that money. Everybody agrees worldwide the school systems are terrible, except maybe in certain parts of Asia. In America, it's awful. Even the private school, the best schools,
really?
All the way up to college, all the way up to the big schools. So people are, you know, in college, people are studying 5 hours a week. That's no study time. 60% of the kids are not getting out of college in 4 years. 40% are still not out after 6 years. It's an awful waste of money and time.
It's wasting time.
So we want to homeschool them. Hey, what do we want them schooled in? You know, the experiences of life are more valuable than just something that comes out of a book, we believe. And people, I think more and more people are waking up to the idea of challenging the traditional school system.
Yeah, I think it's like, I am afraid because in our country, in our part of the world, kids come from school, out of the school, and then they cannot get a job.
Yeah.
You know, even if they are highly educated, they cannot get a job. The more they are educated, the less chance they have to get a job.
We had an interview, we had a resume sent to us the other day, and the guy started spouting off all the schools he went to, and I'm like, he'll never make it here.
It's crazy.
I mean, I held it against him because he was highly educated.
Yeah. I have many young followers, and they're asking me this question: should I finish my school or should I start a business? I have this dream to start a business. Should I wait that I finish the school and then I chase my dream, or do I chase my dream and just forget about the school? So
I think that I would tell them, look, you shouldn't do either. You know, you should go get a job.
Yeah.
You should get a job working for someone that's in the space that you want to be in, that's already going down the road, right? That has experience, that has gunpowder, money, that has courage and is taking risk already. I think that a lot of people that start in business, they shouldn't. Look, I got guys working for me. Jared's gonna make a couple $1 million this year. He's a millionaire already. He's been with me 7 or 8 years. Ryan, the pilot, he's working in the real estate space. These guys could never get on their own as fast as working with somebody like me.
Yeah, many people have this idea that you have to be your own
boss. It's ridiculous. I'm not even my own boss. I don't work for myself.
Yeah.
I work for a lot of other people. So there's no such thing as the boss. You know, I work for other people. I have to be on time at other things. You're always going to be answering to someone. The queen.
She is also.
She answers to people.
Yeah.
Everybody answers to someone. So there's no such thing as I'm going to be my own guy. If that's why you want to get in a business for yourself, definitely the wrong thing to do. But staying in college, like if you could do college in 2 years, then do it. And get out and work on the weekends. But if it's going to take you 4, 5, or 6 years of income, unless you're a doctor, unless you're a very, very specific trade.
A professor, maybe.
Yeah. Well, but what's he going to do for the world? You know, he's going to work at the place that some dropout funded.
Yes. Yes. You know, I was one of the best students. Actually, I was the best in the police cadet school, and then the best student on the high school of internal affairs, and one of the best graduates at the faculty of law. And then I quit everything. I started to sell life insurance from door to door, and my father kicked me out of the house. So you have many young entrepreneurs that maybe they don't have these skills that are required to become successful in the business. There are different skills to be in a job somewhere and successful, or to be the entrepreneur. What are the top 3 skills for somebody to be the entrepreneur?
Well, I think the idea of knocking on doors, you know, talking to people.
Yeah.
Like these are the skills that are not taught in the schools. This is what goes back to your question about the school system failing. The required skills. I need a client. Like if you simplify, the thing that people like about what we do is we simplify the business process. I need to make a contact. How can I do that? Like how can I just simply, if I'm a cameraman and I want more work, you know, how do I knock on a door or make a phone call, get in front of someone?
So hard.
Impress them. You know, if I go to Harrods right here, I'll see how many people don't have that skill. I walk in, I don't even get a hello. You know, I don't get hello, how you doing? Great to have you here. Appreciate you being here. It's so nice for you to drop by. Thanks for coming into Cartier. I mean, it's a $3 million ring over there. I went in there the other day. I can't even get anybody to show me anything. I'm like, how much is the ring? You know, they kind of look at me, right? Can you show it to me? Do you mind showing it to me? He showed it to me, told me how much it was, and I leave. He didn't show me a second ring, a third ring, a fourth ring. So those are the skills that people need, right? How do I interact with people?
Communicate.
Yeah. Number two, how do I communicate, right? How do I actually play the money game? Mm-hmm. How do I play the money game? I don't have any, or I have a little bit and I want some more. How do I play the money game? Who's got money? How do I make contact with that money? When I get the money, what do I do with the money? And then the third thing was, how do you actually run a business? Or scale to a second business, or a third business, or a fourth business, or get known in the world. Like these are things that people have to know to become an entrepreneur. If I don't know you before you and I knew each other, how could we do any business together?
Of course.
You know, now that we know each other, we can do a lot of business together.
Yes, thank you very much.
I look forward to it too.
Yeah. You brought up a great topic. I didn't have this question written down, but you know, I'm like, did you do the Colby test? It's like a test.
The Colby test? No,
Colby.
No.
So I'm like a 10 quick start. You are probably high at the quick start, you know. Like I like different projects. Uh-huh. And I meet people, they are telling me constantly, you should focus on one business.
Yeah.
One business. And I get bored in one business.
Yeah.
So you run more businesses. How do you run more businesses?
Yeah, I think, again, it goes back to the way I run my life, right? The businesses just sit inside my life. I don't do businesses that don't serve my life. So the real estate, it's just what I'm doing every day, right? It's the speaking. It just all fits for me. So I need a lot of action, but they all work. like my hand, I move my pinky and all the other fingers move. So if I move this business, it touches these businesses. The businesses are all connected.
They're interconnected.
Well, they're a bit connected, right? Okay. So if I move one, we came here to do a speaking gig.
Okay, but?
We stacked this interview. This is part of my business, right? Our online presence is dependent upon me being willing to do this in addition. We don't go any place for one thing. So the guy that tells you focus on one business, dude, why don't we have one finger? Why don't I just have one finger?
Great
right?
metaphor.
So, but boom, I got 5 fingers and I got 2 hands. I had a girlfriend, but this was before I was married. She says, "You want your cake and you want to eat it too." And I said, "Yeah, why have a cake if you can't eat it?" Okay. So my mom used to tell me, "You need to focus on one thing at a time." I'm like, 5 fingers.
5 fingers.
2 hands, okay? So I want my hands in a bunch of pies. I just want to be sure I want to eat that pie.
Okay.
I want to eat that meal, right? Because I think a lot of people have their hands. Sorry. I think a lot of people have their hands and stuff. They don't really want to eat the meal. You know, like you were in the police force.
Yeah.
You didn't want to eat the meal.
No.
But I can see you as a policeman.
Really?
Oh, for sure. As soon as you said that, I said, "Oh, that dude is totally mocked up to be a cop."
Well, I didn't see myself as a policeman when I finished the school. I saw myself as a police guy when I was 4 or 5 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was mostly because I wanted to prove to my dad.
Your father,
It was huge for me, and I didn't realize this.
I could see you as a movie star, too.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Action hero.
Actually, I wrote a book for teenagers with some co-author, Motivation for Teens, and we shot a movie about it. Oh, wow. And I had a small role, a 30-second role in the movie.
Well, maybe I would have heard about the movie if you'd had a bigger part.
Yes. Okay, you have so many businesses, you have family, and we have Elena also. Yeah. So how important is for you that you have a wife that stands by you and supporting you?
Yes, man, it's everything.
I think that in order for a man to build an empire, you have to have a woman standing beside you.
Totally. And you know, nobody's ever done it by themselves. So the entrepreneur that's popular right now is the guy that works from home. He's a solopreneur. I don't know if you have this term.
We have,
Yeah. It's a complete misnomer. Nobody has ever existed on this planet and done something successful by themselves. No, it's never happened. So there's zero examples of anybody that's done anything. I mean, Jesus had 12.
Of course, yeah.
Had 12 guys he was rolling with, right? Alexander the Great had an army. Genghis Khan had a, like, you're not doing this thing by yourself. Nobody does. So Elena has added tremendous value, like amazing. She does things that I can't do. And there's a team with us.
I believe.
We're a team. Like for too long I ran by myself. And it took a lot of energy, you know. It took a lot of energy. It takes more energy running by yourself. Ryan Secco here, the captain, the pilot, and the real estate dude, he always says, dude, it's just more fun to run with the team. And he's right.
Yeah.
You know, Henry Ford, people said Henry Ford made the car out of his garage. I said, yeah, but the company didn't make, they didn't make.
To the.
Yeah. So Mark Zuckerberg said, you know, Facebook was made out of a dorm. Facebook was made when he moved to Silicon Valley and started a company. Steve Jobs, and the other dude, what was the dude? Yeah. They built Apple. You know, supposedly built it out of their garage. Yeah, no, nobody knew about Apple until he moved the company and started and added employees. So nobody's doing anything great by themselves. And Elena adds a lot of value to my life.
So one
and the kids and everything. And she's nice, dude. Elena's the nice person.
Yeah, and she's dangerous.
Oh yeah, she's very dangerous. I'm the obnoxious, overboard American, and Elena's the elegant, likable, beautiful,
educated.
So do you see what? So I can take this rambunctious, obnoxious American and add Elena, and I have an acceptable human being again.
Wow. She told on one show that you are her hero.
Yeah.
Is it true, Elena?
I hope so.
Yeah?
I hope I'm a hero.
There are not many women that can say for the man that.
Yeah.
Actually, what is the real man? You know, today it's.
Yeah.
I think it's so tough to find the real man.
Oh, totally.
You know, the real man. What do you think? What is the real man for you or for Elena?
I don't know what it is for Elena. I mean, I think I know what it is for Elena. I think she's discovering that too, but I think that there's a shortage of real men on this planet. I think most men are, I mean, frankly, just pussies. You know, I don't know if your audience can handle that word, but look, man, if you can't get your money right, something's wrong. If you can't take care of your family, you got to ask yourself, how much of a man are you? Like, for me, that identifies me as a man. My ability to take care of my family. I don't just mean financially, but I do mean financially, right? My job as head of household is to take care of the economics of the household. You know, the word economy, if you look it up in the dictionary, it comes from managing a household. It had nothing to do with a business. It was about managing the household. So if you go back 1,000 years, we've been managing households. My job as a man is to provide a place where it's warm, a place where we can sleep, a place where we're protected, a place where there's food, right? Not money, right? I need to be able to take care of the family, shelter, food, clothing, and I need to have some fun. My family wants to have fun. We want to have experiences. So I need to provide a secure environment for them so they're not, think bad things aren't just happening. And so men need to like bone up, man. Like the government can't take care of you. Bone up, you know this? Yeah. Bone up, get strong, right?
Get strong, yeah.
So get a backbone and take care of your family and quit blaming the government or
making excuses.
Your neighbor or the economy or whatever conditions. Look, I've had some terrible conditions in my life. From the age of 15 till 25, it was awful for me. 10 years, nobody would want to go through the 10 years that I went through. Do some people have it worse than I did? Probably, but I don't want to do those 10. Those 10 years were terrible for me, as degrading as a human being can experience.
Drugs?
Yeah, drugs, but mostly just so many bad choices, so many bad people, you know, so much self deprivation and just a lack of self-esteem and self-love for myself because of a lot of bad choices. So I understand what goes on for a person when they're making bad choices, and people just need to man up, you know, bone up. The women need to do the same thing, by the way.
Yeah,
women
they're stronger than men today.
Oh, look, I hate pain. Any kind of pain. Women can handle 10 times the pain I can handle. I get a headache and I'm like, oh my God. You know, she can have a baby without drugs.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I can only participate in one part of the baby thing. Felt good to me.
Wow, this is great. Yeah, to man up, to man, and to become a leader.
Yeah.
You know, I see many couples running around. The wife is providing for everything. She goes to job, she fights for the money, she takes care of the family, she takes care of the kids.
Yeah.
And he's just watching television.
Yeah, yeah.
And complaining about everything. So why do we make so many excuses? I think that we are like excuses making machines.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you know.
Can you listen to the excuses of your employees and salespeople? I have 100 salespeople in one city, and I'm just losing my patience. Yeah. To listen.
They would never talk around me with it. I mean, the environment wouldn't allow it.
No.
There's no way anybody would be like, I'm late because of the traffic. They know they're going to get punched in the face.
I didn't make appointments
because there's no way. Like we have a culture. We have 92 employees or something in our office.
Last time we spoke, you had 60.
Yeah, no, we could.
You're growing.
We could use 200. We could use 200 right now. So, I mean, I don't think we would ever hear that, would we, Jared? I didn't hit my numbers because. Most no. Yeah, I mean, it's just not tolerated. Like, it's not. We don't even talk about don't use excuses. It's just the environment,
the culture,
because they don't hear me making excuses. So, like, if I miss a deal. We do a lot of real estate deals. So if I miss a deal, I'm always going to, what did I do wrong in that deal? First response for me is, what did I do wrong in that deal that they didn't pick me? What did I do wrong that I didn't get that deal? What did we do wrong that we didn't hit our number there? Like, I'm never saying.
It's not blaming somebody.
Well, I don't have control when I blame. I want control. So even if they are to blame, right? I want control. I'm not going to assign you blame. If you hit my car, I'm gonna say, what did I do wrong? What did I do that allowed you to hit my car? I did something. So even in the most dumb, like I ended up in a lawsuit where a guy basically found something, sued me for it. I didn't do anything to this dude. My immediate response was, what did I do to create that frivolous situation? He was a criminal, total criminal, sued me for $60 million. He just sued me because he thought he could get something from it. Yeah. But I did something. And the reason I want to assume that I want to be the cause point is because if I assume that position, even though I didn't really do anything, then I can control what I did. I can't control what another person does, but I can spend time and energy controlling what I do. So if me and Elena get in an argument, you know, when I'm rational, I'm like, hey, what did I do? Did I not pay enough attention? What did I do to cause that situation? Did I respond in a wrong fashion? And I screw up all the time, you know.
Great question.
Yeah.
So how do you recruit people, like sales team? Do you have any special recruiting process or special feeling?
We have a special.
What is this?
You know, recruit a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, recruit a lot.
So recruit a lot and then try and
let them go if they can't make it.
How much time do you give them?
About 90 days.
90 days?
Yeah. What is it, Jared? 90 days. So 90 days, we're like, hey, you're either, you know.
In or out.
Yeah. You're either making it at this point or you're not making it. We don't carry people. We don't we're not there taking care of people. I had a guy tell me yesterday, you know, they're like family and they get in trouble and he'll fund them. I don't solve people's problems. I don't want to solve their problems.
You don't borrow
money. I create an opportunity. I don't lend them money. I create an opportunity. Because look, if I lend a guy money that's got money problems, we had a guy coming to work for us, and he made a suggestion that he needed X dollars for the job, and then he wanted X dollars lent to him in advance. And I'm like, Jared, you should go back to him and say that you're not going to even present that to me, because it would indicate that he's got money problems, and at this point in his life, he shouldn't have those. and you probably don't want to represent yourself in that fashion. So Jared went back to him and said, you know, that's a really bad idea to even tell Grant you want that. And the guy's like, yeah, you're probably right. Don't do that. So we don't want to solve people's problems. We want to find the right people. We recruit a lot of people. The culture, I think it's not the hiring deal, it's the culture. How strong is the culture that people know the right way to act, the right way to dress, the right way to talk, the right way to respond to situations? I think the culture is more important than how do you hire someone.
I should have met you 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lend money to my salespeople.
You should never lend money to them.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I admit.
Yeah.
I won't anymore.
No, why? Why? You're solving their problem.
Yeah.
People want
and
problems.
Losing my energy. And
people
power.
want problems, man. They want problems. And then they resent you for it too, by the way.
Yeah.
Now they owe you.
Yeah. And they leave.
Yeah.
And they don't give money
and
back.
so you could just tell them, look, man, I'm not here to solve your problem. I'm here to give you an opportunity.
Yeah.
That money's out there.
Why people hate selling, you know?
Because they weren't.
They would have
weren't.
a secure job, but
Yeah.
just don't get me into sales business.
Yeah.
I'm not born a salesman. Do you believe that somebody can be born as a salesman? You were not born. You hated actually your job at the car dealership.
Yeah. Well, I had 5 sales jobs before that I was a failure at. So, dude, look, I don't like selling now. I wish I didn't ever have to sell anything. I wish everything was just easy. Like, I want to buy that deal, and I get the deal, and it works out fine, and we all, you know, spend our days in bliss, and everything's fine. Unfortunately, you know, for me to get what I want, I need to do things that are uncomfortable, and selling's one of them. You know, so
it is very uncomfortable
for everybody.
Yeah.
Even the guy that's comfortable, that looks comfortable, it's uncomfortable. You know, it's uncomfortable. It's just, so what? You know.
Yeah.
But I get to experience life when it's uncomfortable too. You know, and
I see many people. They are good just to present the product.
Yeah, yeah.
But they are weak at closing stage.
Yeah.
They just don't want or have the balls to close.
Yeah.
You know, they don't.
Look, some people don't like. They can't even greet a customer.
Yeah.
Can't qualify. They can't. Some people are good at presenting, but they can't do the other two. They can't. They don't know how to offer a proposal. Excuse me. Some people are good at some of those things, and then they can't follow up. Like the thing about the salesperson, which is really a business person, it's like, how do I get good at all that stuff? How do I get good at greeting, putting people at ease, qualifying the customer, writing a proposal, closing a deal, negotiating the deal? Like, those are skills that have to be worked on. We don't teach them in schools. We don't teach them in college. Probably why that whole system's failing. But you need them once you get out there. So now we have this big transition to the internet, where people are becoming more and more dependent upon e-commerce and getting their data from the internet, even transacting on the internet. But that combination, like our company runs off of e-commerce. We do 1/3 of our business is e-commerce.
Online.
A 1/3 of it is still knocking on doors and making phone calls.
1/3 online.
Yeah, 1/3 of it's online, probably $40 million a year.
Wow.
We do online, just transacting with funnels and social media. But you know, there's only a small percentage of that transacts there. That other percentage needs contact. They want to be touched. They want to be talked to. They don't just want text chat.
Absolutely.
They want to talk to a human being.
How did you get into the training business?
I had a passion for helping people when I was a young salesperson, and I found that when I had struggles, when I had droughts, cold spells where I wasn't selling anything, if I would help somebody else, it always broke my drought. So for some reason, it was easier when I wasn't doing well to help somebody else, to help someone else, and it seemed to break my. I don't know why it worked like that, but maybe it's one of those golden rules about help people. You know, the more you give, the more you get. And so it always broke this cold moment I had when I would reach out and help another person.
Nice. So many people want to become speakers and coaches and authors those days. It's a good business.
A lot of coach. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's a good business.
Yeah? Why?
People are like, I want to be a motivational speaker. I'm like, why would you want to do that? That's just, you know, why don't you get motivated? You know, look, most of the motivational speakers that I meet don't have it. They don't have any money. There's no business. There's half a secretary at the office. And they're running around the world, traveling, speaking. Like, I've seen this in so many cases. They're traveling around, they're 80 years old and still traveling around the world for a $25,000 fee. But that's not a business. You're basically a little monkey on a chain, and we drop a quarter in, and you start doing your little thing on stage. That's not a business. So I never wanted that. I want to understand business.
Okay.
Right? So the life coach, I don't do life coaching. No. I'm not there to give people advice on their life, or I'm teaching people how to move a statistic in their business, whether it's phone calls out, emails out, closed deals, prospects, follow-up, whatever. We're moving something we can measure. So when we go to work for a big company, like we work for the largest furniture manufacturer in the world, we're going there to figure out how to move furniture, not how to make people feel good. So the whole rah-rah thing that, you know, has been the feel good, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Guy comes to town once a year and gets everybody excited.
Won't do anything long term.
What am I going to do Wednesday? What am I going to do the 3 days after the event to move the numbers? Like, I've had so many people reach out to me on the streets here and say, dude, you're the guy that helped me move my business. They're not saying I made them feel better. You know, they're saying, hey,
changed their life,
yeah, because look, if a guy or a gal, if I change their business, I change their life. There's no way the rest of your life doesn't get better when you have a good day at work.
I agree.
You have a good day at work, you make some money, you do well, you sell that $3 million ring over at Cartier that I walked in and looked at yesterday.
It'll make your day.
You're coming home, you're like, dang, I'm so good, right?
Yeah, absolutely. What is your typical day? How it look like?
Well,
when do you wake up?
I wake up, I try to beat the sun up. I didn't beat it up today, so it's a little odd right now.
Like 5 a.m.?
Yeah, I try to get up before the sun. So
and then what do you do?
I get up, I reach over and I give Elena a big kiss and a hug. Baby, I'm so happy to have you in my life.
Wow, nice.
No, just kidding. Give her a little pat on the ass.
Yeah, that I believe.
You believe that part, huh?
Yeah.
She's not a morning girl, though. I'm a morning guy. She's not a morning girl, so I got to wait till the evening. And then typically, you know, I try to get a workout in the morning. And then I'm at my office for 9:06. Spend some time with the kids in the morning.
Okay.
You know, nothing very different. I don't think a lot about that. Like, a lot of people are like, hey, like that's the secret.
Some morning routine.
The morning ritual. Yeah. If you tell me how you wake up, you know, then I'm going to have it figured out. I don't have any kind of like.
Okay.
I don't use gimmicks to get into my life. I know guys that do that. They do the cold bath or something. I think Ryan likes cold baths. Gets him all jacked up.
Do you meditate in the morning?
No.
Or no?
No.
You don't?
No. I don't meditate.
I can imagine that you are sitting still.
No. I know how to meditate. I did meditate.
Yeah,
the problem with the meditation is, you know, when are you good? When are you good? Like, there's no science.
Yeah.
So when do you move on? Like, a lot of people are spending way too much time on their ideas and their thoughts. It's why I left Hollywood. We lived in Hollywood up in LA, and we left because I'm like, all these people do is they're in their head. The script they're going to write, the book they're going to write, the music they're going to produce. Dude, you just do something, man. Do. Like my meditation is this, D-O. I'm on the do. I'm doing stuff, right? And doing, when I start moving this glass, I'll start figuring out how to move this thing around and what happens to this table when I move it, and it shakes, and it, you know, how many, the 3 stools, and what happens with the ground. People don't do enough. They think too much, and they don't do enough. So You know, the Mormon that goes on a two-year mission. Do you know this?
Yeah,
they
go on
missions.
Yeah.
They leave Salt Lake City and they go to some part of the world where they don't know anybody, and they knock on doors in a language they don't even understand. That's doing, right? So I do doing extremely well. I do more than most people do.
A doer.
I'm a doer, man.
That's nice.
Simple, man. Just do stuff. Like if college was that. Imagine if college was today, class, we're going to go knock on people's doors and sell an insurance product, right? And then the classroom would be like, what's the product? No, we're just going to go knock on the door first. Because that's more important than the product.
Do you believe in life insurance?
I have life insurance.
You have?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
I mean,
your dad had?
My dad had life insurance.
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't for the life insurance my dad had, you know, it would have been.
You couldn't survive?
Yeah, I could survive.
I think your family. Yeah.
I think survival is pretty much guaranteed. Yeah. But we would, you know, everything would have changed.
That's great. Yeah.
I mean, we were already. My dad left about this much death insurance. By the way, it's called death insurance. Mm-hmm. You don't get paid unless you die.
Yeah.
You call it life insurance because you're selling it, right? So the death insurance thing wouldn't sell that well, even though it probably would, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So when he died, she cashed the life insurance. Yeah. That money allowed my mom to pay for bills. The problem was my mom didn't know how to manage the money, which is code for she didn't know how to multiply the money. So she was worried about the stack going down. This is everybody's. This is your little
instead
money
of increasing.
Class. Yeah. Your money class is this. You guys only know how to subtract. You need to learn how to multiply.
Yeah, I listened to the live cast that you had about money and finance.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that the first thing that we have to think about and do is to increase our income.
Yeah.
Increasing income.
Yeah.
Not just subtracting some.
You shouldn't managing money is impossible if you don't increase your income.
How can we increase the income? Like,
first, you make it. You people need to be educated that the most important thing is to increase income.
Okay.
Not manage money. See, this is all people are being told. They're saying reduce your expenses. But if I make this much money, if I have this much money come in every month, whatever that number is, and I can only manage it that far, right? Let's say it's 2 inches or 2 meters.
Whatever, yeah.
Right, not 2 meters, 2 what? Millimeters.
Yeah.
Centimeters. What is it?
Centimeters.
Centimeters. I got 2 centimeters of money, right? So I have 2 centimeters of money. We'll take the number out of it, and I want to manage this. This is what most people are taught. Just manage how little you spend. But what you should be doing is figuring out how to increase the income to 3 centimeters. But we're not taught that. We're taught how to manage down rather than increase up. So the first thing people need to be, people just need to be retaught. You need to increase your income. How do I do that? First, you make a decision to increase your income that is senior to reducing your expenses. My mom thought she was going to reduce our expenses. Sold the house. Okay, that's less of a burden. You can't go up by going down. So first thing is increase your income. How do I do that? I mean, I could go down to that street corner right now and beg for money. I guarantee there's 3 people out there begging right now.
Give you.
There's 3 people out there. They don't even know how to beg right. People should learn that. Imagine that course in school. Today,
we are going to go out on the
we're going to go out and beg. You're going to beg. No product, no pitch. You make up whatever you got to do. You got to come back. You don't pass this test until you come back with 100 pounds.
Wow. That would be the class.
I go out there and get 100 pounds.
Let's go
now
out.
The question would be, how long would it take me to get the 100? That'd be a good show.
Yeah. Do it. A good idea, isn't it?
I could go down there and ease too.
Yeah.
I need some money. I need 100. Can somebody lend me 100 pounds? I'll never pay it back, by the way.
I forgot it at home.
Yeah.
Your mother, would she be proud of you right now?
Yeah, my mom.
You promised her that you are going to be rich.
I told my mom when I was 16, I said, well, I was pissed off. I was angry, rebellious, the teenager. And I said, one day I'm going to grow up, man, and I'm gonna be freaking successful, and I'm going to help a lot of people.
And you're doing it.
Yeah, and now I'm doing it, So My daughter told me the other day, she's like, your mama would be really proud of you.
Really?
Sabrina said that, yeah.
Wow.
She heard me doing an interview about this, and yeah, it really touched me.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah.
It's deep. Mm-hmm. What are the beliefs that we have to become rich? For some, you said first increase income. I think this is the belief already.
Yeah, but I mean, to become rich, you need to decide. You know, it's not just money either, right? Mm-hmm. So, I know I've known people that had more money than they could spend, but they were miserable, misers, scared, burying money in their yard, never spent it. They died with the same amount of money that they had. That's not rich. So it's not just how much money, are you having fun, you know?
That's important, yeah.
You know, do my kids think well of me? There's a lot of ways to be rich, but I don't think you can be rich without money. So I just wanted, before everybody gets carried away, oh yeah, I'm rich.
Yeah.
Dude, if you don't have any money, you're not rich. Yeah. Because then you're worried. Because really, how can you really take care of your kids? How can, you know, if you can't provide, if you're worried about money, you're not being a dad at that moment. If I'm worried about money every second of every day, yeah, come on, Ryan.
You can't be a dad.
I mean, you're one of the youngest dudes in here. You got to lean on something, man. Use your backbone, man. I'm talking to my pilot over there. Okay, he was leaning on the table, shaking. What's wrong with you, dude? What's wrong with you? Bone up, son.
Bone up.
Bone up. So, yeah, I don't think you can be rich without money, but I think you could not be rich and you could have money and not be rich, right?
Very good, because many people say, for me, health is number one.
Yeah.
It's not about money.
Yeah.
I just want to be healthy.
Yeah. I think that guy quit on money.
Yeah. Long time ago.
That guy's spending too much time in the gym and not enough time on his money.
Actually, how much time do you spend in the gym? Or how much time do you work out?
I don't spend much time working out, do I? Not enough.
You're in great shape. I would say like 2 hours.
I look good. That's code for I look good. So I look good. But you know, man, I need to take better care of myself, because the body, man, the body's one thing. It reminds you every day.
Yeah.
The body doesn't care how much money you have. It's like, hey, I'll show you. You and your bank account and your bullshit and your jet and all that stuff, and you're speaking on stage to 1,000 people. I'll show you who's in charge.
Yeah.
Right, and that thing starts aching and.
Yeah, it's important to.
Yeah.
So you gotta, Elena, she's working out like 3 hours a day.
Dude, Elena's an animal.
She will eat you.
Huh?
She will eat you.
She will. She will. She's a freaking beast. You should get her on camera doing some kicks. Kick you in the ribs right there. Did you? Huh? Oh yeah. She works my stomach out sometimes. I'll just have her bang on me right here with her feet. We should get that clip before we leave today. Have you working my abs out. Show them how crazy the Americans are.
Yeah. Oh, crazy. So you're gonna take more care of your health.
Yeah. I need to do that. But look. Again, you know, health alone can wipe out a person's finances. Like one good bout. I got a buddy right now. He's got cancer. $600,000 to treat the cancer. $600,000. He doesn't have it. Who's got $600,000 sitting around?
You have to have money.
Yeah, you got to have money. And you got to have a lot of money. And so people need to change the way they think about money. Most people, what they do is they make more money than their dad made, and they're like, I'm successful.
They compare.
You compare.
We do this all the time, I think.
We do this all the time. Almost every country does it, too.
I compare to my neighbor.
Yeah. I'm better off than the people in Afghanistan. I can find somebody doing worse than me. I can find somebody that's not doing well that makes my situation look good.
So it is important that you surround yourself with some people that are more successful than you are.
Yeah. And I don't need to be hanging out with them. Okay. I can just study them. I can study other people from a distance and say, wow, you know, I can study history. I can look around. I can travel and say, wow, man, What are the rents are 70% higher in London than they are in San Francisco. And the people in America think our real estate's expensive.
Yeah.
So I come here and I'm like, wow, maybe we're thinking wrong there.
So you invest your money mostly in real estate?
All my money goes into real estate.
Okay. No fancy cryptocurrency right now?
No, all my money goes into real estate. Like, not some of my money, 95% of all my money. I might sit on this much cash. If I have cash, it's planning to move into a hard asset, real estate, estate, that produces cash flow. That's the other, it's not land, I'm not buying land. We don't buy retail, we buy properties, large properties. These are typically properties you can't buy in Europe.
Okay.
Not available here, anywhere in London, anywhere in England, not in your country. These are large 300 unit, 500 unit complexes where people rent. They can't buy them, they can't own them.
This is good. Yeah.
They rent. So we get monthly cash flow from that. And then we wait for long periods of time until we have appreciation.
This concept that you talk about.
Very, very similar to life insurance.
Yeah.
An annuity that pays in the future with the hard asset. Life insurance companies actually are partners with me in the real estate. They use the real estate to pay the life insurance off. They need hard assets to pay off my mom, whose husband is deceased.
Yeah.
That pays the what's it called? Not the premium, but when I die, what do I get?
Insurance sum.
Yeah,
insurance
the sum. The sum is paid. Typically, it's held by assets, hard assets, not businesses, not a crypto. Life insurance companies aren't invested in cryptos. They're not invested in Apple Computer. They're invested in hard assets that produce positive cash flow that can pay off the insurance that.
How big is your portfolio right now? It's changing all the time.
We'll hit $1 billion this year.
Wow!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
I saw the T-shirt, billionaire in the making.
Yeah. No, well, that won't make me a billionaire, but it will be $1 billion in real estate. I mean, my kids will be billionaires for sure.
Wow.
No, without a doubt. So if you guys want to know a billionaire, make friends with my. So don't even worry about us.
I'm sitting with a billionaire.
Don't worry about me. Worry about the kids.
Okay.
Elena's probably got a shot at it. It's the kids though, Sabrina or Scarlett.
Wow.
Now, and they're not entitled to that either. It doesn't mean we'll give it to them. You know, they'll either work in it or they won't get it.
This concept about own what you can rent and don't own the house that you live in, it's so hard to understand or comprehend or. Over in our country, you have to own the freaking house.
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit?
Yeah. So the concept is, you know, you want to own a home. Everybody says own a home.
Yeah.
But that was your dad or your grandfather saying, don't rent.
Buy. Own.
Buy. It's cheaper to own. Okay. The landlord makes the money if you rent.
Yeah.
But your grandfather just kind of gave up on the concept because what he could have told you was be the landlord. Don't rent. Be the guy that's renting out a bunch of property. So land is not a good investment for people because it doesn't provide cash flow. Remember the thing about increase your income, right? Yep. What you want to do is I don't really care what I pay to live at a place. What I care is, am I getting more income? I got a job. Can I get some more income from things I own? And so what we do is we buy large complexes that have many, many doors in front of them, and people rent from us, right? So I want to own what I can rent to others, and I want to rent where I live and my family lives. I'm even willing to pay more in rent to live someplace. To provide security for my family. That's an expense. All right?
I got it.
So that's not where my attention is on income. My attention on income is making investments. A house is not an investment. A house is an expense. It is a pure expense of living. No different than groceries in your refrigerator. A refrigerator is an expense. It keeps but it's a good expense because it keeps my food from going bad. So I don't look at my refrigerator as an investment any more than I would my house. Now, a lot of people think the house is an investment, but it's not. It's never proven to be an investment. If it is, it's not a good investment. It has not gone up very much over time. And you're like, oh yeah, if you'd have bought London 20 years ago, mate. But you didn't. Yeah. You didn't, you right? What you should have done is buy everything up and down here, but you didn't because you thought it was too expensive. Till the Saudis came in here and they said, well, we'll pay whatever it takes. Yeah. And then we'll just bring the value up again. But you have to have money to do that, right? So what we do is we go to markets where there's people need to rent, where there's good jobs, there's growth. America, I'm talking about America right now. Yeah. We're the only country in the world that actually provides this product, this apartment product that I'm talking about.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, I get excited about it, man.
You have to give me the bank account number to invest.
You should invest with us. We've actually created a fund called Cardone Capital. We're introducing our fourth fund. It's a $125 million fund. Wow. We filled our first three, oversubscribed to our first three. These pay checks every month. Every month, you can invest with me in America. I manage it. I buy it. I sign the debt. I run the property, and I just send you a check every month. 10 or 15 or 20 years from now, I'm gonna call you. We're selling the property. Here's your piece.
Wow. Yeah. What is the minimum sum that you can invest?
Right now we're 100 grand. Our average investor is 430,000 or so. But we're getting ready to open up a fund. We're waiting for approval from the SEC in America. That's a big deal. And then we'll probably be a $5,000 to $10,000 minimum. So anybody can invest with us.
It's even better. How much time do we have? 10 minutes. Okay. So on one live cast, you talked about that one of the vehicles that somebody could increase the income or get some income, it's network marketing.
Yeah.
What do you think about network marketing industry?
I think network marketing. First of all, everyone should be involved in network marketing.
Why?
Because it's instant. It's an instant network, right? It's not about the product or even the opportunity. It's about the people. If you're going to do well on this planet, you need to be with people. You're not going to do it alone. You're not going to go it alone. You're not going to make it alone. You're not going to do well by yourself. I don't care how much internet we have, how much technology or how electronic we become, or how much AI is on this planet. This is a people planet. You know, you need people. So what does network marketing get me? Instant people, man. If I'm a plumber, I want to be in network marketing. Why? Because every person in network marketing has plumbing. If I sell cars, first thing I'm going to do is go join a network marketing company. How come? Because most everybody at that network marketing meeting probably has a car. If I sell bicycles, I'm going to join a network marketing company. Because the people, man. People have the money I want. So the apartment, like if I want to buy $1 billion more in real estate, I do it by meeting people. Somebody owns that real estate. That's a person.
Yeah.
Right? So somebody's going to rent that real estate. That's a person. Somebody's going to invest with me. That's probably a person too. When I go sell the real estate, I'm probably going to sell that real estate to a person. That's why I say, who's got my money?
Yeah.
It's a person. It's a person. Who's got my money?
Yeah. And probably they can learn many skills in network marketing. About communication, selling, leadership.
I'll learn everything because I'm around people, right? Yeah. So now I'm moving into the opportunity. Now I'm moving into the skills. But the first most valuable thing is people should be around people. Yeah. Even if you don't want to be around people. You're an introvert.
Yeah.
Well, that's where you need to be then.
Yeah.
You need to be around other people.
That is the reason why.
You're an extrovert, then you need to be around other people.
What would you say to somebody that say that network marketing is a pyramid scheme? They have this.
I'd say, man, look, man, King Tut lives in a pyramid. Shit, dude, if it's a pyramid, I want to be part of that, right? I mean, I'm not going to even defend it. Look, come to London, and you want to talk about the pyramid? There's one woman living in a house with 895 rooms. Come on, man. Network marketing gives somebody an opportunity to be part. Let me show you how to get to the top of the pyramid. Right? I want to get to the top of the food chain. You guys living at the bottom of the food chain. Like, you got to quit. You got to quit making sense at the bottom of the food chain, man. Like, identify where you are. If you're sick and tired of it, then climb that damn pyramid. Whatever that thing is, whatever you want to call that, get up.
Learn and get up.
Yeah. Now, is network marketing a pyramid in a bad sense? I don't think it is. I think it's an opportunity to be with people, possibly make some money, typically with great products. And I love it. That's why I say everyone should be involved in network marketing.
Well, great. Let's play one game.
Play the game, baby.
Yeah, play the game. So I will open, this is your book. Be obsessed or be average. I will open the book and I will pick one quote.
Okay.
And you will explain the quote, what it meant. Okay?
I'll try. I wrote the book.
Your brand is your baby. Guard against letting it in any doubters who will contaminate it.
Yeah. Your brand is your baby, right? Protect it, right? It's like my dad used to tell me, man, they can take everything from you, they can't take your name from you. But your brand, most people don't ever figure out what their brand is. How do you dress? How do you walk? How do you talk? How do you act? What do you say to people? You know, what is your brand? And most people just don't, they're not frequent enough to ever figure out their brand. Like, I know what my persona is now, right? I've done it enough. I'm not trying to be somebody. And maybe you need to do that to figure out who you are, but you just got to keep working your brand out and then be true to your brand. I think most people are not authentic. They're not who they are. And then they're unstable. They copy a lot of people, and then they never become who they are. Like, I'm not copying a bunch of people.
You are Grant Cardone.
I am me.
Yeah.
People say all the time, you're a one-of-a-kind dude.
Yeah, you are.
Like, I think that's a compliment. Is that a compliment?
Yeah, it is.
You know? But it's just because I've gotten comfortable, you know, to the point to where it almost becomes popular. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, first they're going to hate your guts. You're going to doubt yourself in the beginning. Everybody's going to be like, that's stupid. They're going to say, look, there's going to be contempt. First of all, there'll be nothing. There'll be, in the very beginning, there's like no response to you at all. Yeah. You're invisible. Then there's going to be a little bit of contempt and there's a suggestion that you're wrong. And you'll go into self-doubt about it. And then you start getting used to it and you start working it out. And then people are like, you know, they really don't like you now. Then the third level will be
the bigger you get.
Oh yeah. Oh, now you're really wrong, and people will start writing about you and talking about you.
How do you deal with that shit?
You just man. Don't just keep moving on, man.
Yeah.
I don't have time to hate people. I need a T-shirt. I don't have time to hate you.
Yes.
I don't even have time to hate you. Dude, I don't even have time to hate you. How could I have time to hate you? I'm moving. I'm doing, right? And then at the last level, there'll be admiration. No longer contempt. Actually, they'll flip and say, you know, I always knew you were going to be great, man. You're awesome, dude.
So it's good idea to build the brand around your name, or just to have some name of the company doesn't associate.
Sometimes I've gone back and forth on the name thing. You know, there's Grant Cardone's on everything, Cardone's on everything, but it's it's a little weird after a while. But now we're kind of stuck with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's try another one.
Okay. Okay.
Write your future in order to achieve it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I write my goals down every day. One of the things I try to do, I didn't do this morning, but where am I going? You know, what's the goal? Elena and I meet on Sundays and just talk about, hey, what we achieved this week, and then where are we going? We like re-look at where are we going. I'm trying to get to a destination, right? So, and the destination changes. What I'm interested in doing today at 60 years old is different than when I was at 30. So where am I going? You know, so we're recalibrating the trip.
So where are you going right now? What is the next step for you? What is the project that you're most passionate about?
Yeah, there's not one project. Like we have Cardone University, Cardone Demand, our online platform. I want that everywhere. I want it in every little village in the world. I want it in Ethiopia. Like if I get 1 penny for it.
Also in Slovenia.
Slovenia. I get it more than a penny.
This is the platform from Brad Lee.
Yeah, yeah.
I have the same platform.
Oh, so you do? Okay.
We have to do something.
Let's do something now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do something.
They have just one button. Skill shop.
Bang, bang. Yeah, we'll do it.
We can make some money.
I need to come to Slovenia and share my love there.
Yeah. Okay. One more?
Sure. And then I got to get some food.
Yes.
Shit. I'm starving.
Wow, this is the great one. The obsessed are not committed to popularity, they are committed to success.
Yeah.
But you are very popular on Instagram and everywhere.
Yeah, but I'm not. I mean, almost no one knows me. So
no?
Everybody's like, oh my God, you're doing so good. No one knows me. I wake up every day dissatisfied. So, oh, you should be happy. You should be satisfied. You should quit giving people advice. I tell that guy. Guy's like, man, you should be so happy. Dude, you should quit giving advice. Because if you were a doctor, I'd be dead. You're just dumb. Like, how do you know I should be satisfied?
Yeah, and happy.
You know, my mom used to tell me this all the time. You should be so proud of yourself. Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm so proud of you. Well, good. But I'm not proud of me yet. I know what I'm capable of. It was like a manager that I worked for when I was a young salesman. I was committed fully. Like I was more committed than the management. I was more committed than the owner. Okay, that's when you know you got something going on. And the manager used to set he'd say, your target next month. I'm like, dude, you don't set my target, bro. You don't even know what I'm capable of. Come on, man. Keep that to yourself. So when somebody says you should be so proud of what you've done, like when you say I'm so popular, no one even knows me on this planet. Yet. So I have a responsibility. If you have something good, and you're a good person, and you have great information, you have a responsibility. One of the reasons we bought the plane was so I could travel around the world and meet people. Network.
Networking. Right.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Dude, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I'm looking forward to meet you.
We should do some business together.
Yeah, we will, for sure.
We should.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yep.
This was Grant Cardone. I hope you enjoy. See you next time, and stay tuned.